Good day everyone, I'm darthbriboy, and this is a video response to WETMOVIE1's Leafy is Here, Stop the Hate. I'm literally reading this off my TV as I record this video, and hoping that the new batteries I just got for my Rebel T3i will hold up while I am filming this video. Now, I don't really talk about YouTube drama. I don't really talk about YouTube anything. Unless it is the Words of Fair Use movement or I Hate Everything's channel getting deleted back in January. But that's neither here nor there, is it? Terrible drawing, I know. I mean, who drew this fucking thing? Oh, I did. I drew this shit years ago. What's the point of this video? Well, cyberbullying itself is a disgraceful act. It is a cowardice act. It is every bully's wet dream. The internet has given these bastards a playground. The internet has given these pieces of shit the anonymity they crave, they desire. It's lustful for them because they don't have to confront them in person. They don't have to risk getting the shit kicked out of by one of their victims. All that's behind them. Now all they gotta do is sit in their goddamn basement or their parents' office and harass people, abuse people who may have disabilities, who may have autism, who may have former special needs that they once had but now they have grown out of. I used to be in a special education class years ago. Throughout my entire elementary school career, I was in a special ed class because I had huge behavioral problems and behavioral difficulties. One of my worst fears is a speech impediment I once had. I still may have a bit of a lisp. And when I was a kid, my parents, my speech teacher, and my special education teacher worked their asses off to make sure I spoke correctly. And for years, when I had braces on, in videos from 2012 to 2014, it was embarrassing to have that lisp, to have this easy target for assholes to use against me. I was sick of it. But I don't block comments. I don't hide my like to dislike ratio. Occasionally I delete a comment thread if, hey, I don't want to read it. It's my goddamn video. It is my video that I have uploaded from my house, and I'll block a comment or two because you know what? I want to move on with my life. I want to move on. But when I was in high school, I was a pretty well-respected guy. No one bullied me. No one harassed me. No one insulted me. The reason being is probably because I was a pretty built guy. I'm 5'6", but I'm pretty muscular. You know, you hit me in the chest really hard, I can take it. But how does that relate to cyberbullying? Now, I think there's a distinction between cyberbullying and criticism. You can criticize how someone shoots a video. You can criticize how someone frames a video. You can criticize an editing. You may say it a bit harshly, but I would say it's a bit of a critique. What I think is unacceptable is to criticize someone's weight, something they may not be able to control. They can't help it. And it's a shame, because the internet, for them, has given them an outlet. Something where they can feel free, in a sense. Something where they can feel powerful. They can have self-confidence in themselves again. And yet, the bullying that they once faced, the hatred that they once faced, comes at them again. in full force, without any mercy, like a goddamn tsunami. You saw the hate comments that people like Tommy, NC 2010, and WETMOVIE got. After seeing that video, after seeing what these people were going through, made me realize something about myself. Because I was bullied, because I was hit by this one psychotic piece of shit, and I think it only makes sense that a complete psychopath back to my elementary school would hurt me, because it's kind of funny. I mean, let me just tell you really quick about it. This is kind of a rambling video, so let me tell you this. This kid, like, fucking gave me 3 bloody noses. He was an abusive sociopath. He said to... Jesus Christ, I cannot fucking believe he said this to our elementary school teacher. He said to her, keep in mind, this guy's like 6 or 7, probably 5 to 7 year range. He says to her, I'm going to get a hunting knife and slit your throat. Let that sink in for a moment. This is a kindergarten kid saying that to a fucking teacher. What the fuck is going on in there? And that same guy bullied me. But I got back at the bastard. Oh boy, did I get back at the bastard. I make it no secret that I'm a huge Toy Story nut. I was even more of a Toy Story nut then. I had several different Sheriff Woody dolls, the actual doll. I have one of the dolls in its box as a collectible display piece, but I had one of the old ones, man. And Woody served me well. Oh, he did. Because I took him, and this fucker, I think one day I just snapped and grabbed the fucking Woody doll and smacked him with the head, with the hard part of the head, upside his head. Because I was just sick of the bullshit. Now I use different means. When someone, I mean, maybe you could call this cyberbullying, maybe you could, well, it is cyberbullying, but more of a discriminatory and bigoted thing than cyberbullying. Well, let's keep real if we're going to talk about cyberbullying. That can be a more extreme range of cyberbullying. I was called kike. I was called all sorts of anti-Semitic, discriminatory things on this one video I made. Link is in the description so you can see the controversy of it. Now, I don't even know why that video... The video blew up because it was a controversial subject for some white supremacists, and they didn't like seeing a Jewish man, who just happened to be white, attacking their nationalist pride and their fear and their phobia. And it got to this point where I just said to these people, is that the best you fucking got? Like this one, I think this one comment has 12 likes, and I saw it recently. I never go back on that video because the comments would just, it makes me want to beat the shit out of them. Makes me want to really fuck them over. But I think I said to the guy who called me kike Jew, or he said fucking kike Jew or some shit like that, I said, is that the best you got? Come at me. Come on. Is that it? Come on. And I think he just shut the fuck up afterwards. This is something I gotta say to parents. Now, my mom didn't let me go on the internet or let me have an email account until I was in my mid-teens, for a good reason. Because the internet is both a beautiful place and a hard place, all at the same time. That's the truth. And it's a sad truth. What I'm seeing today with a lot of these kids on Vine and other websites, it disturbs me, in all honesty. Not because these kids are expressing themselves, because I'm seeing these children, I'm seeing these young kids who don't understand the complexities and the nuance of the internet, the dangers of the internet, and they're being allowed on fucking YouTube and Vine and shit because they have a fucking phone, and these parents give them Smartphones. They give their 10-year-old kids fucking smartphones. And you think your kid, just because he has it on fucking private and you're friends with them on fucking Facebook or Instagram, that they can handle it? I don't care how old your kid is. I don't care if you think your kid is 12 or 13 and they can handle it. Truth is, they can't handle it. They're still learning. They still have you to watch their back. They're not a goddamn adult yet. If your kid is online, monitor their ass. Watch them. Don't give them a fucking smartphone. Give them a flip phone with no camera. If they bitch to you, you can say, hey, I'm the parent, you get a flip phone. My mom didn't look. In fact, let me get it. This was my first phone. This was my second phone. You know what these two things are? Fucking flip phones. Your kids are perfectly fine with a phone like this. They don't need a goddamn camera on their phone. They don't need Vine. They don't need fucking Instagram. When I have a kid, you better fucking believe that they are not going to get a hold of a phone like this until I believe they are the right age for it, which is probably going to be 16 or 17, and they may hate me, but you know what? I know the dangers of the internet. As a parent, you have to be strict as shit about what your kids can and can't do online. They may hate you for it, but hey, the internet is a scary ass place for minors. Which is why, and with the whole Leafy is Here drama and him attacking these Viners, despite them having these bloated egos, maybe he'll attack someone who doesn't have a huge following on Vine or Instagram. And these kids may mentally snap. And Leafy won't care. And you will be wondering why they did it as a parent. You know what can prevent that? You know what can prevent online harassment? You as the parent take the necessary precautions. You give them a phone like this. Want to be a little nicer? You give them a phone like this. Holy shit. I'm 20 fucking years old and I'm sounding like a 50-year-old right now. Or older. I'm just keeping it real, man. So, WETMOVIE, keep up the good fight. Call out Leafy. Maybe. And I don't want Keemstar to do this because he's a piece of shit. Maybe if Leafy really wants to redeem himself and show that he's not a cowardice piece of shit, then he will have a live Google Hangout with you, along with Tommy, NC2010, and all three of you will be able to talk man to man. Because we can't allow the government, state or national, to create a cyberbullying law. Because we see what happens when the government creates a law that regulates the internet or has a guise of safety when it comes to a terrorist attack. It becomes a way to infiltrate our privacy, and it withers away our right to privacy. It's up to us, and it's up to people like me, WETMOVIE, Tommy NC2010, Leonard Church, to call out cyberbullies for what they fucking are. Because we will not stand for cowards. Live long and prosper and have a nice day.